3 things I do every single week that allowed me to lose over 45 pounds, but most importantly, help me keep it off. And this is something I do with all my clients as well. But before we delve into today's episode, welcome to the Inspired Show. The show is dedicated to helping you become the best version of yourself. If you've not subscribed to our page yet, please hit that subscribe button below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. And any questions you've got about today's topic or your goals in general, please let me know down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget, inside the caption section, you can join our free community where we can help set your targets on your calories, your steps, plus a whole host of other helpful information inside there for you as well. All the links to our social media pages are down below where we post content daily. And on top of that, a link to our free starter guide that gives you everything you need to get started on your health and fitness journey. So the 3 things that I did to help me lose over 45 pounds, but most importantly, keep it off. And this is all about making sure that we stay on track and how we do that. Now, the determining factor would have been the calorie deficit. However, there are things that I did on a regular basis that allowed me to create that calorie deficit and make it so much easier. And we're going to go through 3 of those things today. So the first thing that I did, and it's helped massively, and I continue to do it to this day, is sitting down once a week and planning my week out. I'm a big believer, if you fail to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Taking a little bit of time of your week to plan the next 7 days can be an absolute game changer for you. So what exactly did I plan? Well, I looked at the key things that I needed to move the pin forward when it comes to losing weight. That was my nutrition, my daily movement, my mindset, and my physical activity. So we're going to start off with the nutrition side of things. I knew exactly how many calories I should be consuming in order to stay within my deficit. So in order to help me achieve that, I would plan out my meals for the next 7 days. I would plan my breakfast, my lunch, my evening meal, and any snacks I would be having. Alongside that, I'd also take into consideration anything out of the ordinary that may be happening that week. For example, a social event, a birthday, a weekend away, so I knew how to manipulate my calories to ensure I was staying on track on average. So for example, if I had a social event coming up on the Saturday, what I would normally do is have a couple of lower calorie days during the week and then bank those calories and have that allocation for the social event so the average would stay the same. So with regards to my breakfast, I used to keep it as simple as possible. I'd plan what I'd have and I'd typically have the same breakfast every single day because I enjoy that type of thing. I enjoy staying consistent with regards to that. With my lunchtime meal, I normally would be either working from home or from the gym, which is about 15 minutes away. So I would make sure I pre-made my meals to take with me just in case I wasn't working from home that day. And this would be a combination of different things. One week I might have a variety of different meats that I could batch cook and I could just put them into a wrap, into a sandwich, into a salad bowl. Sometimes I'd make up some meals, like for example, a curry or a chili, and I'd put them into boxes and they're there ready for me to grab and go. When it came to my evening meals, I'd plan what I'd be having with my family and we'd cook that fresh. So we'd have the ingredients in the house ready to go, and that just added a bit of variety for the week for me because breakfast and lunch would typically be the same thing Monday to Friday, and then on Saturday and Sundays a bit more flexible with what I was eating. But planning my food was super important. The next thing I'd plan was my daily steps, like how I was going to get my steps in. I'd always try and plan in a morning walk before the start of the day. The reason why I did that was because it gave me a head start, and I'd much rather do my steps earlier in the day and reduce overwhelm, because there's nothing worse than when you get to the back end of the day and you look at your smartwatch and think, crap, I've got another 5,000 steps to do and it's nearly bedtime. So win the morning, win the day. On the days where I couldn't do my steps in the morning, I'd make sure to allocate a little bit of time, whether it was lunchtime or in the afternoon, to get my steps done. I'd also plan in my self-care as well. So self-care could be anything. It could be family time. It could be meeting up with some friends. It could be going for a sauna. It could be allocating some time to maybe play my PS5. Just something that would allow me to mentally decompress, reduce stress and overwhelm, and reduce the likelihood of using food or alcohol as a way to deal with those stresses. And then also planning my workouts. Now, the reason why I plan my workouts is because working out for me is a great mental release. Plus, it allows me to get physically stronger as well as mentally stronger and reach my physical goals. So I'd plan those in as an appointment. I'd make sure I kept to it. So that's the first thing I'd do. The second thing I would do, every single week, as part of my journey to lose 45 pounds, is review the previous 7 days. What went well? What didn't go as well? What could I learn from that week? Because even though by planning your week, you're setting yourself up for success, not every week goes to plan. That's why reviewing what went well, what didn't go as well, can allow you to better plan for the following week. So for example, I'd look at maybe the food I ate, okay? Was it satisfying? Did it help me stay on track? Did it have any lapses because it wasn't satisfying enough? With regards to my workouts, were the times I put my workouts in, were they suitable? Did they fit into my life? Did they fit around the kids? Did they fit around work? What challenges did I face? How did I deal with those challenges? Could I have dealt with those challenges better? Having a review each and every week has been an absolute game changer for me to ensure I stayed on track, but also allows me to celebrate my wins as well. When you celebrate your wins, especially non-scale wins, you start building up that confidence and self-esteem in yourself. And that's been an absolute game changer for me. And the third thing I did was understand that not every week's going to be perfect. And there would be times when I slipped up. One of the things that used to really hold me back was when I slipped up in the past, I would then self-sabotage. I'd get into the mindset, well, I've ruined it now, I might as well just start again next week. But I got out of that mindset. I retrained my brain into thinking I'm only one decision away to getting back on track. So whether I slipped up with my food, I missed my step target, I overindulged, I missed a workout, whatever it may be, I didn't use that as a reason to stop progressing. I used it as a learning curve and a chance to overcome these challenges and then put things into place to stop those challenges happening again in the future. And understanding this number 3, that life will get difficult and there will be slip-ups, but that's okay. But getting back on track is the most important thing. That'll be an absolute game changer for you, because it's not the slip-up itself that causes people to see lack of progress. It's their decision making afterwards. So let's say, for example, you overindulge for one day and this gap represents one day, and then you go and hit that big red effort button, and then you overindulge the next day, the next day, the next day, and then you get back on track on Monday. It's this big gap of overindulgence and perhaps not hitting your daily movement which can cause the damage. But if you have one slip up and you minimize the damage, you get back on track, it'll be absolutely fine. So hopefully you've taken some gold from today's episode. It's going to help you stay on track with your goals, with your targets, and help you reflect and understand that there will be slip-ups, but that's okay. As long as you learn from it, overcome it, that's all that matters. It'll help you massively in your journey. Don't forget, please subscribe to the page. Any questions you've got, please let me know, and I'll see you again next week.